Our world is a complex place. It is full of systems we built but no longer seem to control. The economy has its own logic, politics follows its own rules. We often feel like small cogs in a vast, unfeeling machine. But what if we could redesign the machine? What if we could build our society not like a machine, but like a living thing? The fractal universe is an idea that offers a map for this. It suggests that the patterns inside us, in our minds and bodies, are the same patterns that can shape a healthy society. We can look inward to understand how to build a better outward world. This is not a fantasy, it is a practical guide for social design. Think of a fern leaf. Each tiny part of the leaf looks like the whole fern. This is a fractal pattern. The same principle applies to humans and their communities. Our inner life, with its needs for purpose, connection, rest, can be a blueprint. We can design our economic and social systems to reflect these human needs. The goal is to map our inner structure onto our social architecture. If we do this, we can create a society that breathes, that feels alive, that can heal itself, that supports the well-being of all its parts. Just like a healthy body. To build this new social architecture, we need a solid foundation. The fractal universe proposes 4 core ideas. These are the pillars that hold up the structure. Each one connects an inner human experience to an outer social design. They are simple but powerful. The first pillar is the 4D shadow hypothesis. This idea suggests that our individual consciousness is like a 2-dimensional shadow of a larger, higher dimensional self. In simpler terms, we are all parts of a connected whole. In society, this translates to a new model of leadership. Power is not held by one person at the top. Instead, it flows to whoever is best suited for a task at a given moment. Leadership becomes situational, not permanent. An example of this is a community project. Imagine a neighborhood building a new park. An architect might lead the design phase. A gardener might lead the planting phase. A teacher might lead the creation of a children's play area. Each person steps up when their skills are needed and steps back when they are not. Power is not a possession, it is a temporary responsibility. This reflects the idea that we are all part of a larger whole, each contributing our unique piece to the collective puzzle. This makes our organizations more flexible and intelligent. They can adapt to new challenges much more quickly than a rigid, top-down hierarchy ever could. The second pillar is chronoceptional dynamics. This is a simple idea with a complex name. It means our experience of time is not just what the clock says. Time is psychological. It can feel fast or slow. It can be a source of stress or a source of creativity. A healthy society respects these natural rhythms. This means moving away from the rigid 9-to-5 workday. It means embracing cycles of intense effort followed by deep rest and renewal. In society, this idea manifests as a pulsed economy. The system learns to breathe, with periods of high productivity and periods of collective rest, learning, and celebration. An example is a software company that works in intense 6-week sprints and then gives everyone a full week off to recharge and pursue personal projects. The third pillar is breath field theory. Think about your own breath. You inhale to receive oxygen. You exhale to release carbon dioxide. It is a constant cycle of giving and receiving. This theory suggests that human communities also have a collective breath. To function well, a society must ensure everyone can inhale what they need to live. This is where universal basic services come in. They are the social lungs, ensuring that everyone has access to the essentials: housing, healthcare, education, and food. When people can breathe freely, they are no longer trapped in survival mode. They are free to exhale their own unique gifts back into the community, to heal, learn, and contribute. These 4 pillars support a practical system. We can think of this system as a stack of 4 interconnected layers, like the organs of a living body. They work in harmony to keep the whole system healthy and alive. Each layer has a specific function and depends on the others. The first layer is Universal Basic Services, UBS. UBS is the physical body of our society. It ensures everyone has a solid ground to stand on: housing, food, healthcare, education. It is not a safety net full of holes. It is a solid floor nobody can fall through. This layer removes the basic fear of survival that paralyzes so much human potential. The second layer is Social Contribution Credit, SCC. If UBS is the body, SCC is the heartbeat, pumping life and value through the community. SCC recognizes work our economy ignores: caring for children, caring for the elderly, restoring ecosystems, creating public art, mentoring young people. When you contribute to the community, you earn SCC. This is not money, It is a measure of your social reputation, the pulse of giving back. The third layer is the quadruple bottom line, QBL, the immune system. Every organization is accountable for people pranosur, plaunort, brauherbaubor paua, pramobasur, and profit. The fourth layer is decentralized data ownership, DDO, the nervous system. You own your data, communities pool and license it ethically, and revenues help fund UBS. A feedback loop that supports collective well-being. How would this system actually work day to day? Let's start with social contribution credit. Imagine an app on your phone or a public terminal in a library. You use it to log the contributions you make. 3 hours tending a community garden or 2 hours tutoring a student. Other members verify with a click. For more significant projects, a small, randomly selected group of peers reviews the contribution to keep the system honest. The SCC you earn is recorded on a transparent public ledger. A visible record of positive impact. SCC is not a new form of money. You cannot buy a car with it. Its value is social. A high SCC score might give you access to certain community benefits, a sought-after class, or an invitation to represent your community. This is crucial. It separates motivation to contribute from desire for financial gain and prevents new hierarchies of SCC. The goal is genuine contribution, not a status game. Where does the funding for this come from? Several sources rebalance our current economy. Taxes on carbon emissions and resource depletion, taxes on heavy automation, community-owned data revenues via DDO, all flowing into UBS. QBL acts as quality control. Clear public scores for people, planet, purpose, and profit guide citizen councils. Incentives align business success with social and environmental health. A system like this does not just change how society works, it changes how we think and feel. It sparks an inner revolution. The first major shift is in our perception of time. Today, time is often a tyrant, a clock we race against. In a breathing economy, time becomes a rhythm we live with. With basic needs met by UBS, the frantic pressure to earn subsides. People align work with natural energy cycles, leading to deeper focus and more creativity. The second shift is in the nature of the ego. Our current economy encourages a defensive, competitive ego. The SCC system redefines success as contribution to the whole. The ego begins to shift from "what can I get" to "what can I give?" Self-worth ties to service and positive impact. This fosters a culture of collaboration over competition. Helping others becomes the highest form of self-interest. The third shift is in our core motivation. Much of society is driven by fear, poverty, irrelevance, failure. UBS removes foundational fear. Motivation springs from curiosity, empathy, and expression. Many feel their jobs are meaningless, cogs in a machine. In a society guided by the Fractal Youniverse, work reconnects to purpose. QBL ensures purpose beyond profit. SCC makes care, restoration, and creativity visible. Work becomes a meaningful ritual, a way to build a better world. So, yeah, it's, a new sense of purpose and meaning. This vision can feel vast and distant, but the journey doesn't start with a global revolution. It starts with small, concrete steps. Plant seeds in our own communities. Launch a local pilot in a small town, around 5,000 residents. The town agrees to test the full system stack on a small scale. Establish a community land trust for affordable housing. Install shared solar. Create community gardens. Open a free health clinic. These form the town's initial UBS. Create a local social contribution credit ledger with a simple open-source app. Residents earn SCC for organizing a festival, cleaning a river, or running after-school programs. Invite businesses to publish QBL reports. Form a town data cooperative. Negotiate anonymized traffic data with a tech company and route revenue into the UBS fund. Build a global open-source fractal value network platform with a transparent SCC ledger, peer verification tools, QBL report templates, and modular, adaptable design. A rural Indian village could use it differently. A Berlin neighborhood could use it another way. The platform empowers communities to build their own models. Form federated data cooperatives now. No wangs, Roy. Warjalmi, Rudayan no wangs Grautadstam, Rigurger dar Monitorin, Mitern Stan and Wait. Create a data charter, negotiate collective licensing, and demonstrate how community data creates shared wealth and power. We do not have to tear down the old system to build the new one. We can build bridges between the world we have and the world we want. Create hybrid systems, special economic zones or SCC exchange zones in cities or online marketplaces. Limited SCC to currency or credits at participating businesses encourage early adoption. Launch a voluntary QBL certification, like Fair Trade or B Corp. Companies audited for people, planet, and purpose earn a mark consumers can choose, creating market pressure to improve. Foster public-private community partnerships. A city partners with a data cooperative and a tech firm to improve transit. Ethical data consent, AI insights, shared revenue fund local UBS. Individuals can earn SCC without quitting their jobs. Businesses can be QBL certified without abandoning profit. Communities can earn data revenue without rebuilding the internet. Any new system can be corrupted. Therefore, we must build strong safeguards from the beginning, the guardians that keep it fair and aligned. The first safeguard is radical transparency. All UBS flows, SCC ledgers, and QBL reports are visible. Secrecy is the friend of corruption. Second, randomized peer review, like a jury system, prevents cronyism and central control. Third, AI serves as a non-biased mirror, monitoring a social entropy score and alerting us before stress becomes collapse. The world we have inherited is full of immense challenges: climate change, social inequality. It is easy to feel overwhelmed, to believe change is impossible, but the Fractal Universe offers a hopeful and practical path forward. It does not promise a perfect utopia overnight. Instead, it gives us a compass and a map to begin a long journey. The core insight is simple: to heal our world, we must build systems that mirror the patterns of life itself, an economy that breathes, a society that feels, a culture that connects to purpose. This is not a dream, it is a design project. Transformation is gradual, like a forest from a seed, beginning with local pilots, digital cooperatives, and QBL businesses. Small successes become examples. They inspire replication and adaptation. Points of light connect into a network, and over time, a field that can shift deep cultural norms. Hierarchy yields to situational leadership. Extraction yields to regeneration. It doesn't require agreement from all at once, just practical steps where we are, with the tools we have. Can we learn to organize ourselves with the intelligence, care, and resilience of a living organism? The Fractal Universe argues that we can. The blueprint is within us. By aligning inner world and outer systems, service, meaning, connection, the first step is small, and we can take it today.